Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Nikolai. Uh, this channel is for you to find answers to your questions. And that's obvious, I suppose, from the name of the channel, what kind of questions you might have. I have depression, I have anxiety, I have uh, cancer, HIV, bipolar, diabetes, and so on. How do I find the way out of it? In this video, I would like to introduce myself and let you know how and why I can help you with that. It's pretty simple, to be honest. Um, so let's get right into it. Like I said, my name is Nikolai, and I live in Los Angeles, California. I'm 41 now. So 3 years ago, I was just a totally normal person, living a normal life. I was attending the plant medicine ceremonies like many people here do. I would go to Peru, of course, do it legally, nothing illegal. And I was a meditator. I loved being in Vipassana retreats. I was a course manager at some point there, and spent some time in the Vipassana retreats here in California. I had a partner. We were supposed to get married, have children. I had friends, people who I was looking up to. I was a healthy person, no mental, physical issues, just living a normal, happy life. But at some point, it just changed. I got schizophrenia. And for those who doesn't know what schizophrenia is, I'll explain. It's when you start having visionary and auditory hallucinations, very intense one. 24/7, even when you go to bed, you have nightmares, you cannot sleep. It's very intense. It's very common among the people with schizophrenia to commit suicide. Um, and that made me very depressed. At that point, I broke up with my partner, so that alone, kind of intense experience. We were planning to get married and have children. I had my entire life planned, and I saw it kind of years ahead of me, but it just disappeared in a moment. As addition to that, I'm having schizophrenia. As addition to that, my closest friends, people who I would expect to support me, left me when I got schizophrenia and wouldn't pick up the phone and wouldn't talk to me. And just, I remember being in a mental facility for the first time, 3 days in Colorado, and I would call one of my good friends back then and just simply to talk. And she would yell at me and tell me that's my fault, and basically that's it, we're not gonna talk anymore. You can imagine how that felt. And plus, I don't have any family here, I'm just on my own. You need to live your life, support yourself. And we all know how challenging it can be sometimes. Just live your life, just to handle everything in your life. And so I became very depressive. Uh, uh, Very suicidal. For 3 years, I was thinking about killing myself literally every day. At some point, I went to the gun store in Los Angeles to buy a gun and kill myself. That was my intention that day. And I had money, and I went to the store. Okay, I'm buying the gun, and I'm doing it. But I couldn't do it because I didn't have a license to buy a gun. So that was the only reason I didn't do it. After that, many times I was thinking about hanging myself, jumping off the roof of some tall building, and just, you know, some horrible stuff would come up into my mind. Uh, uh, but I was kind of, I wouldn't, first of all, I wouldn't kill myself because I would start thinking about my family, my parents. They're not here, they're back in Russia, so I thought they're not going to be able to handle it, so I wouldn't, I wouldn't kill myself. And that would make me even more miserable because, man, I cannot deal with it anymore. It's unbearable, and I want to finish it, but I cannot because someone else. So that's so miserable. You cannot stop your suffering. You have to go through it. And of course, schizophrenia officially is incurable disease in the Western medicine. Nobody knows what it is. People cannot cure it. They just give you antidepressants, some pills to suppress the symptoms, but it doesn't help. Actually, after taking some prescribed medications, I had a psychosis. It triggered my brain in such a way that I had a psychosis, and I ended up for 6 days in a mental facility. uh, so at some point, I was going to emergency room here in Los Angeles. I went there 11 times, 11 times within 2 months because I was having the panic attacks. Um, and it was so bad. I would spend the night in a ER and get out of it, and I would stay and sleep in my car in the parking lot of a next to ER room, emergency room, just because I knew it, most likely I'm gonna have to go there in a few hours or very shortly, so I wouldn't even leave the parking lot. And I was even told by one of the doctors at some point just to stop coming here. It's like you here every other day. What's going on with you? Uh, that's how hard it was for me back then. Uh, and yeah, I lost all the hope. It's incurable. You spend 3 nights in mental facility, then a few months later you spend 6 nights. Then okay, this is how my life gonna be. I'm gonna be in mental facility every few months for a week or so, maybe longer. I'm gonna be taking the antidepressants, pills, and it's gonna make it worse. The side effects of those gonna be affecting me, and it's just only gonna get worse. Can you imagine to live with that state of mind? Just from now on, your life is only gonna get worse. There is nothing good for you anymore. And you're 40 now. Back then I was 38. I mean, yeah, 38, 40. It's been 3 years. 31, 41 now. But so you probably have another 20, maybe 30 years ahead of you, and this is how it's gonna be for next 30 years. Every single day, every single moment of that day. Schizophrenia never stops. It's so intense. Yeah, plus you cannot really share it with people because people just uh, don't understand it. They never experienced it, and they just, people just get scared. Man, you have schizophrenia. That's kind of dangerous. I don't want to be around you. I experienced that. So you become absolutely isolated, even though you are with people. For 3 years, I had no friends. I had only co-workers. I had nobody to talk to share what's happening with me, to just simply get a tap on the shoulder and say, hey man, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. I'm here for you. How can I help you? Can I support you in any way? No, no, no. It's just all by myself. And yeah, and there are many details to it, but it's even it's hard to imagine if you've never been through it. I'll tell you this one experience that I had once I came to emergency room here in Los Angeles. and I had a panic attack. I was actually convinced that I'm dying because my heart was racing, and the schizophrenia, the voices was telling me you're dying. So I was so confused and so just afraid for my life. I was there in the middle of the night by myself. I'm dying. And the lady there in the emergency room just told me just to wait. I say, what do you mean? Wait, I think I'm dying. I need help. This is emergency room. Please help me. And she got kind of, I guess, frustrated with me. And she made a phone call, and this door opened up. And there were, I believe, 2 or 3 guys, big guys, with a gurney, with the straps. So they didn't say anything, not even a single word. They just brought me down, put me on a gurney, strapped my hands and legs to the gurney, and quietly, without saying absolutely anything, explaining anything, just rolled me into the facility, to the room, empty room. I'm just there on the gurney, strapped, cannot move, with the panic attack, and convinced that I'm dying, asking for help, and nobody would say anything, absolutely nothing. They just gave me the shot in the leg, in my thigh, just to put me asleep, and told me, yeah, now you're gonna go to sleep. And everybody left the room. And can you imagine what it felt like to be strapped to the gurney by yourself in emergency room? Nobody's gonna help you. Nobody really cares. Everybody left. Nobody even asked me, what's wrong with you? What happened? What do you need help with? And you know that you're dying. You're 100% sure that you're dying. And you know now you're gonna fall asleep and you're not gonna wake up. That was quite an interesting experience. Next morning, of course, I woke up and they let me go. But there were a lot of those very intense, highly intense experiences that's just highly traumatic. You don't even realize when it's happening. When you're in it, you're just trying to survive, and it's the only word I can use. It's hard, it's rough, it's horrible, but it doesn't really describe it at all. If you've never been through it, it's hard to understand, or probably impossible. But I didn't lose my hope. I kept searching for the answer, and I found it. I started collaborating with the Center of Traditional Medicine in Peru. The name of the center is Ishmin, which means counter. So I went there first time for 10 days, then I kept coming back, but it's a center of traditional medicine, which means they cure you with the plants. The people who work there, the curanderos, the doctors, or the shamans, you can say, they drink ayahuasca. People come there also from all over the world, from Australia, Norway, Ireland, UK, all over the States, Canada, Russia, Turkey. I met people from everywhere there to drink medicine and to get healing with people with the Parkinson, people with depression, addictions, cancer, bipolar, schizophrenia, like in my case. And I actually met people who actually got the healing with all of it. So it's a real place. People who work there highly educated in their craft. People with decades of experience, a lot of integrity. Safe place. You come there, you become a part of the family. They're there to support you, to help you. You don't have to drink ayahuasca. I don't drink it. It's not necessary. The shaman does. Shaman drinks it, and you just participate in ceremony, and you might start drinking the herbs that they prescribe you, the medicinal herbs, just to help you purify your guts, and just different kinds of medicinal herbs help you to heal physically, mentally. and it's amazing how it works. It actually works, you know. So after some time of collaborating with the center, I started asking the people who work there about the permission to start bringing people there, and now now this is what I'm doing. This is how I cure my schizophrenia, and I have improved drastically. I'm not on any pills anymore. I'm not having any panic attacks or even anything close to it. So I work with the center, with Ishmael Center, with the people, the facilitators, the curanderos, and I help people to get there. I help you to prepare. I support you through your time there, and I support you after, help you to integrate your experience there. Another thing that really helped me, really saved my life, literally, not just saved it, it's just one thing to be alive. That's okay. Sometimes it's just okay, nothing more. But it's totally different experience to actually be able to be happy and peaceful. And that's meditation. Like I said before, I was a Vipassana practitioner. I went to the courses. I was a manager of a course. At some point, I was meditating. I was sitting 2-3 hours in a row. I was really into it. But when I got sick, I started going to Buddhist monasteries and spent 10 days, a day, a month, 2 months. Buddhist monasteries, and really started getting into it. What I mean by that, starting learning about myself, learning about my mind. Why am I thinking this way? How do I approach it? Why am I thinking that I want to kill myself? And how do I not just overcome it, but how do I approach it in such a way that's gentle, compassionate, not intense, not stressful, just very soft, gentle way of dealing with my emotions and thoughts. And when you go into depression and suicidal thoughts, it's kind of rough. So there got to be some very specific way to approach it. You cannot just say somebody, hey, you're gonna be fine. This is what I actually was told by one of the therapists in the mental facility. You're going to be fine after 6 days in the mental facility having schizophrenia, suicidal thoughts, panic attacks. You're just going to be fine, my friend. Well, thank you. But meditation, it's hard even to put in words for me how precious and important that gift. It's nothing less. It's a gift to humanity. The way to learn about your own mind. The way to learn about your own mind. How it works. Why is it working in such a way? Why am I suffering? Because it is this way. How do I stop suffering? It's not just sitting cross-legged for an hour, 2 hours. Doesn't matter, 40 minutes. It's not that at all. It's such a deep and profound process. Such a healing process. So on this channel I also offer the instructions on meditation, and those instructions are based on my own experience having panic attacks, suicidal thoughts, dealing with schizophrenia, anxiety, all of it. So it's not just a theory. Well, this is how you can try to be when next time depression comes or you start thinking about killing yourself. Just try to be okay with that. But it's not gonna work. So I'm sharing my experience, uh, something that I discovered through my own struggle, through my own suffering, through my own effort, something that monastic teachers in the monastery shared with me, something that's actually working. Next part is also on this channel. You're gonna find the videos about the let's call it how to take care of your physical body. I'm 41 now. I started practicing martial arts when I was probably 7 back in Russia. I was doing sambo, karate, boxing, kickboxing. When I came to the States, I started practicing jiu-jitsu, MMA. I was gonna become a professional MMA fighter. I had a one fight in a cage. I was training with the professionals. Back in Russia, I was in a boxing Olympic school, training with the different national teams. I won a kickboxing state championship. So the martial arts and being physical, it's been ingrained in me since I was 7 years old, and I'm 41 now, and I'm still practicing. I'm not competing obviously anymore. The goal is not to hurt anybody. Now the goal is just to just to maintain my body. So I share my knowledge, my experience in on this channel about how to approach to your body. It's not about getting six packs or big biceps. Not about it's not about that at all. Just forget about it. No, you can do it if you want to, but just why would you waste your time doing that? uh, it's about simple things. How to be consistent and how to be careful when you're approaching yourself. When you start, if you really want to be healthy mentally, physically, uh, just be consistent, pick a practice, and actually practice, actually apply, actually dedicate yourself to it. Not 15 minutes per day or an hour per week. Just dedicate yourself to it. And I am a living example that's possible. This is how I live my life now, and that feels amazing. You get up in the morning, and I'm just like everybody. I have to go to work and work all day, but I go to the pull-up bar and do some pull-ups. Then I go work. It feels amazing to get your blood going. Then you're working and you're having all the stressful situations that's life presents you, but you practice mindfulness. It comes from meditation. To meditate, you don't have to sit cross-legged with the eyes closed. No. The one person said, I'm talking to you right now, but it doesn't interrupt my meditation. So I'll simply explain you on this channel what does it mean, at least to me, from my experience, to eat healthy. What does it mean to take proper care of your body? Just the basics. We all growing up, so we can figure it out. But I'll just give you the basics, and sometimes the basics all you need. It's self-explanatory. The word basics. You know why it's so important? Because everything else based on it. So the body, the mind, that's That's all you need to be happy. So again, on this channel you'll find the information on physical exercises that are crucial for the mental health. Crucial. It just feels incredible to go and exercise a little bit outside, to get, to take your shoes off and stand on the ground barefoot and move around a little bit. I'll share with you about meditation. Again, based on my own experience, dealing with the schizophrenia, depression, suicidal thoughts, panic attacks, and I'll also speak about plant medicine, not about drinking ayahuasca. These days we hear so much about drinking medicine, but it's kind of, I've done it not that many times, at this point over 200 times. I had over 200 ayahuasca ceremonies, but it's a different topic. But what I'm gonna speak about is about plants, simple plant medicine. You make a tea out of a certain plant, you drink it, it gives you health back to you, helps you with your joints, helps you with the inflammation, helps you with the with the throat, helps you with the headache. Instead of drinking the antidepressants pills and getting side effects, no, it's not the proper way of taking care of yourself. And to kind of summarize this video is, we're all just part of the nature, meaning you need to go out to the pharmacy sometimes and look for some special healthy food in a Whole Foods market. It all grows right there, right outside. If you just pay attention, what's right underneath your feet, what grows right there where you stand on. So this is the things that are healing for me, healing for my body, for my mind. Like I said, I don't have any panic attacks, no anxiety, zero depression. I'm not afraid of schizophrenia anymore. I don't have any suicidal thoughts. And since I started working with the Ishmael Center, like I said, my schizophrenia changing in such a way that I actually see how it's going away. And I met people who actually got cured from schizophrenia over there. So I have no doubts. At some point I'm going to be free of it. And the purpose of this channel, to share this information with you guys, because I know how it feels to suffer. I know what it means to suffer. Be on your own with it, and I know it doesn't feel good, and I don't want you to feel that way. So hopefully you'll find your answers on this channel. Please leave me a comment, the message. So let's get it started. Let's have a conversation. Tell me please, what would you like to hear about, and I'll do my best to just to talk about it, in a way that's easy to comprehend. We don't need to be scientists here to feel well. We're just part of the nature. You just learn about yourself by looking at the nature, and you learn about the nature by looking at yourself, and then it gives you so much peace. I love you guys. Hopefully I didn't talk too much. And again, leave me a comment, like, subscribe, uh, get your healing. Healing is possible. You don't have to suffer at all. Bye.